what is a mistake with practicing that you see a lot of young musicians making, or what should young musicians prioritize more when they're practicing?
Right. So what I see a lot is that there is mindless repetition,
Mm-hmm.
and that is a huge danger zone. The reason for that being is we don't learn when we practice, but we learn when we sleep, right? Because all the information that we've been practicing is stored here in the frontal
Mm-hmm.
cortex, yeah, with our, uh, let's say, with our, I don't know the words in English. I'm so sorry, but anyways, it's in the front. And when we sleep, everything that's in front, it gets processed and put in the back so that we have it available, yeah,
Okay.
intuitively.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what happens if we mindlessly repeat is our brain cannot distinguish between right or wrong. It cannot distinguish between, okay, I should save this movement, but I not should save that. So
Oh.
for example, if 10 times I do,
Yeah.
which one is the right one?
Okay.
And our brain is not going to distinguish between, yes, that is the right one, but it's just going to be like, which did you do the most? And
Okay.
if you missed the shift the most, then
Mm-hmm.
that's what it's going to hold on to. That was the word I was looking for. Conscious, subconscious. Our
Okay.
brain is looking to take away from the conscious mind into the subconscious so that we can be ready for, unexpected events. When you, I don't know, do you drive?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So when you drive, you're not always like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But you're like, after a certain while,
Right.
you chill out.
Right.
And that is because some of the uh, things that you need to do, they've been moved to the subconscious, and your subconscious takes care of it. Same when we walk down the street. We're not
Mm-hmm.
always consciously walking, yeah, but
Yeah.
we are just moving. And that is super helpful because our conscious mind doesn't go into overload. Now, if we when we practice, that's exactly what we want to do. We want to practice something consciously
Mm-hmm.
and then have that be moved to the subconscious. And as I said, if you practice not really in an organized way, then later on when you fall asleep, your brain is like, I don't know what to do with this information,
Yeah.
and then sometimes it's weird because we practice so much, like
Mm-hmm.
6 hours on one passage, and then the next day we're like, same mistake, and we're like, why?
Mm-hmm.
I invested all this time, and it's because the brain was unable to store the right information. So let's say you practice the Haydn
Mm-hmm.
B, and you're not really okay. What was wrong? Yeah? Then you analyze. Okay, my G was a little bit on the sharp side, so I'm gonna place the second finger a little bit lower. Fine,
Mm-hmm.
let's do it. Yeah, and that way of working is much more effective than that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Yeah, because the
Right.
brain cannot savor any of that. There's no good information to be gained from that. It takes a lot of effort and it takes a lot of concentration.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's of course much easier just to sort of fiddle along.
Yeah, that's really great, and yeah, thank you for demonstrating because that makes more sense. I've been thinking a lot about like when you solve a certain problem in practicing or like a passage or something, and then I've been thinking about the difference between doing it correctly but having to, I guess, consciously think about it, having to really think about it in the moment, opposed to when it's ingrained enough in your body for like the switch, like if it was a switch just to be flipped and then you do it correctly. So when you put it into, I think, more scientific terms, talking about the different parts of your brain, that makes a lot more sense to me. Like it needs time to sort of sit in your mind.
When you practice 6 hours, you need 7-8 hours of sleep
Mm-hmm.
because all that information needs to be processed. Because if you practice 8 hours but only sleep 2, there is no time for the brain to do its homework,
Right.
and it's lost. Then you might as well just not do it. What exactly is happening is that the paths of synapses
Mm.
that are the most used or most tread the most tread way
Yeah.
is what the brain is going to resort in a moment of stress. is going to resort to in the moment of stress.
Okay. Yeah.
So panic strikes, I have a huge adrenaline rush, and my field of vision goes like together, and my brain is going on, okay, where's the monster? I need to fight it. Yeah. So it goes into fight or flight response. Your conscious mind is not gonna be like, okay, just play that second finger lower. It's gonna be like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay. So if you've practiced a gazillion times, it is in your system and you can resort to that. And what helps me a lot when with performance anxiety is to know I've done everything in my practice so that I have all the tools I need to be successful. Yeah. When you 2 minutes before you go on stage, you're just no.
Yes.
Helping anybody, right? Then you've been practicing wrong before, but you're not going to save it in the last few minutes. So that's why before I go on stage to play concerto, all I do is this.
Wow.
Feel the vibration, be comfortable with the bow, be comfortable with the instrument, play a scale or two. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's all I need because I've done all my homework before, and I'm not gonna improve my playing because I know I have that rucksack full of all the information that I will need.
Yeah.
And sometimes I suck, and sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
But that last second practice is not gonna save the day.